want to be sure that every defendant who appears in front of me knows what's happening in court before they leave.
I appreciate that, Your Honor.
Okay? Welcome to the 5th Judicial District Court, Department 1. I'm Judge Walker, and I'm the presiding judge. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I am had to delay court an hour today. I found out Friday that a case has been assigned to me that's a potential capital case. And so the National Judicial College has a capital course they offer once every other year that started on Monday.
There you go.
So I have been attending virtually all week, and I appreciate the accommodation for everyone. So thank you. I apologize for having to run an hour late, but the opportunity, the course wouldn't be offered again until 2023, and I was fortunate that they're offering it virtually. So I've been here since 6:30 this morning, ready to go, but anyway, thank you everyone for your patience. Okay, so we're here on case number CR 21-0097, State of Nevada versus Patricia Chappuis. Is it Chappuis? Is that the correct pronunciation?
It's Chappuis, Your Honor.
Wow, I got that one wrong. Chappuis? Must be French.
Chappuis.
Okay, my rural Nebraska is showing. Chappuis? Okay, all right. So before we move forward, let me do the notice of appearances on the record. We have Mr. Gibson, who's appearing by Blue Jeans, and we have John Friel on behalf of the state. Now, before we move forward, my understanding is Ms. Chappuis has a medical condition and she's not able to appear, and that you were requesting a continuance.
Yes, Judge, just a reminder, last month I asked for a continuance of at least 60 days because that's what the doctor recommended, and this was reset for like 30 days. So we're still in that area where it doesn't want her moving or being away from an emergency room for cardiac.
Okay, well, we've got another issue, actually twofold issue on this case for me. One is that I reviewed the file, and this Family Child Protective Services, CPS, DCFS, whatever you want to call it, that was dispatched to the scene of this case is now my law clerk, Kristen Tordoff. So obviously I can't hear this case because she was out there. I saw it when I was reviewing the file and said, wait a minute. They have her name Tordoss, D-O-S-S, but it's Tordoff. And she's since gone to law school and is now employed by me. So I don't feel that I should sit on this case. As a result, I think it gives us the appearance, even if I've never talked to her about this case, but it's the appearance of impropriety. There is one other thing too I need to mention. And I want to put on the record here, just in full disclosure, I run the specialty court, so I have the drug court both here in Tonopah and the one in Pahrump. Judge Lane handles all the DCFS and the juvenile cases for Pahrump. Up here, though, I do hear juvenile cases, and I do hear DCFS cases, although it's pretty rare that I do. There was a civil case that we both recused ourselves off of recently. And as I said, in that case, it's not that I think I'm biased or prejudiced in any way. However, I do preside over those cases up here. But in this particular case, the bigger issue for me is not that so much as it is that my law clerk is the one who was out there as part of the investigation in this case. So I will refer to Judge Lane. My guess is that it's going to go to a senior judge. That would be because he's day-to-day on the juvenile matters. So I would assume that this is going off to a senior judge. But we need to get this done sooner than later. So I wanted to make that disclosure to everyone before I move any further. So, anybody have any comments? I'm happy to hear your thoughts, but I really don't think I have much of a choice.
No, I agree with you, Judge. It's the appearance. So we know that you're fair, but Jack Spratt, you know, looking at this from purely on paper later, might not have.
And my concern is that having, that someone will say, well, you know, look, you employ the person who was out there as part of that investigation. And so I think that the Code of Judicial Conduct is pretty clear that I need to recuse myself off of this case. And I'll get it done right away, so hopefully that we get a senior judge assigned to this. I don't think Judge Lane will hear this because he and I had this civil case involving the same parties that we both recused ourselves off of, again, for the appearance of impropriety. In an abundance of caution. And the other thing, quite frankly, I guess I would have to ask, so you, now that I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna recuse myself, is how, I'm guessing, I read all of the facts of this case, and including the warrants in this case, and I was like, why are we charging this for the groundwater when there appears to be, there were some allegations of some actual physical abuse of some of the children, and then my thought was it's because the detective who did the investigation was later terminated for dishonesty from the Knight County Sheriff's Office. That's my guess. That's why I see a smile on Mr. Friel's case.
This case came, I would have been here when this case was started. If you're gonna recuse yourself, that's fine, because you don't have a position.
Okay. I am gonna recuse myself. So I'll get it assigned to a senior judge. I am glad I read through the file and caught that, but I'll get that done. We'll have the file shipped back down to Pahrump, and we'll get that done ASAP. So I just wanted to make that disclosure to everybody.
Thank you, Judge. And then, bubble over, I'll tell you what really happened on the other side.
Well, like I said, it's probably a good thing I don't know, but because I read those things, I ask questions in my own mind. What's this, you know, what is going on? I like to be fully informed before I commit. So anyway, the long and the short of it is I can't handle that case because it would be a conflict. So I'm not going to, and I'll get it shipped off to a senior judge. All right, thank you. While we're